Welcome back to the channel. My name is a-bomb. We're back with Football Manager 2020 and Believe in the Blaze with Sheffield United in 2006-2007. And didn't think I'd be saying this in this series, but we've got a match at Wembley today. We're into the FA Cup semi-final, surprisingly. I didn't think we'd be getting this far at all. We've got West Ham, and if we win, we go to a final, FA Cup final, where we've got Chelsea if we win. We've lost 8-0 on aggregate against Chelsea, so I'm not expecting us to win the FA Cup, but a cup final if we win today, which I was not expecting to say in this series, not at all. Against West Ham in the league, we've exchanged 2-0 wins, so this could go either way. I have no idea how this is going to go, but let's see if we can get a win and then get into an FA Cup final. The league form is not so good, but we've got a good cup run going, and one more win and we're in the final. If you're enjoying the videos, drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, do consider subscribing and turning on notifications. Let's jump into it. I'm excited. This is going to be good. Last episode wasn't so good. We lost 4-0 at home to Chelsea. They beat us 4-0 at Stamford Bridge as well. Yeah, the form hasn't been good in the league recently. We've dropped to 13th. We are on a winless run of 8 league games. So, yeah, the league form has taken a bit of a hit. We've ended the season pretty badly, but the cup, we've got a good cup run. 4 matches played off camera, including the quarter-final win in the FA Cup against Southampton. We won 1-0. The only goal coming from the penalty spot, David Unsworth scoring it. That was just after the hour. Good few chances created in the match. I thought we deserved the win, but couldn't get more than that one goal. We didn't score an open play, so a bit disappointing from that respect. The strikers didn't really do too much. Wholesome Webber. Webber's been pretty poor. He scored some goals, but he had a bit of a goal drought, and he's definitely had a bit of a poor end to the season. Southampton, 1 or 2 chances, but didn't look that threatening. Gareth Bale, of course, in the team, like 18 years old maybe. We kept him pretty quiet. We actually did okay against him, and he did suffer a bit of a knock as well. And then 3 Premier League games after that. Like I said, we haven't won in 8 games now. We did avoid defeat, but a home draw against the relegation threatened Aston Villa in the bottom 3. So, yeah, we could have won this one maybe. Pretty close game, though. We edged it possession-wise, but a couple of chances for us. Villa scored. Danny Webber did score on the 28th minute, but that's his 13th of the season now, I think. Last time he scored was the video 2 episodes ago against Wigan. Villa equalised on 71 minutes through defender Liam Ridgewell. And then we had a couple of games in Merseyside. We lost 2-1 at Goodison against Everton. Again, this was quite close. Good few chances for us, like sort of a good few chances. Everton with a couple of themselves as well. Pretty close game, pretty tight game. Everton led inside 10 minutes, Marek Hines with the goal, and then we equalised on 28 minutes, David Unsworth with his 3rd goal of the season, this one from open play though, the previous 2 were penalties. And then Everton went back in front just 2 minutes later, Gary Naismith, the wing-back, getting that goal to give Everton the 2-1 win. Second half was a lot quieter. It was a tight game. Everton may have just edged it, I don't know, but I think both teams deserved something from it. We deserved the point at least. And then we stayed in Merseyside as we took on Liverpool at Anfield. This could have gone a lot worse than it did. We lost 3-1. We were 3-0 down inside half an hour. And the second half, we were terrific. The second half, we kept them quiet. We had a good few chances ourselves, a couple of chances. So we improved as the game went on. We just started really badly. We started by giving away a penalty inside 3 minutes, but Luis Garcia's penalty was saved by Paddy Kenny, so they didn't get that 3rd minute goal. But it didn't take much longer for them to score, and it was Dirk Kuyt in the 8th minute giving them the 1st goal of the game. And then it was 2-0, another penalty given away, this time by Samail, I think it was, and Dirk Kuyt converted that one. Garcia missed, so he was taken off them, I guess. And then it was 3-0 on 28 minutes. The right back, Steve Finnan, the Irishman, I think he's Irish, scoring to make it 3-0 inside half an hour. But we changed things around. We kept them quiet, and we did get a consolation goal late in the second half. Stephen Cabba scoring on 83 minutes to give us a 1 goal. So a 3-1 defeat at Anfield. We've had some heavier defeats than that, and against Liverpool, like not long ago, they were Champions League holders. That's pretty good. Rafa's been sacked at Liverpool as well. Rafa has been sacked. So yeah, like I said, we haven't won in 8 Premier League games, not since the video against Wigan. We haven't won since then, so that's pretty disappointing. But the FA Cup's going well. We've got a semi-final today against West Ham. If we win, we've got a final against Chelsea. It's worth pointing out the game still thinks it's 2020. So the FA Cup final in 2007 in real life was the very first one played at the new Wembley. Previous finals from like 2000 onwards are played at Millennium Stadium. And at this point, the semi-finals were played at Villa Park and Old Trafford, so neutral grounds, but not Wembley. But because the game still thinks it's 2020, the semi-finals are still being played at Wembley. So it's just worth pointing that out. After West Ham, we've got 5 Premier League games remaining. Watford, Blackburn, Portsmouth, Manchester United and Reading. There's some tough games in there. There's some games that I think we can win. I think Watford, we should be able to beat them and hopefully ends that winless run in the Premier League. But Man United at home, Portsmouth at home, I do want to do on camera. We need a bit of revenge for that 5-2 defeat they beat us with earlier in the season. And then we finish against Reading. We'll see how high we can finish. As it stands, we are in 13th place. We trail Blackburn on goal difference. We're 7 behind Man City now in 11th. So it's going to be tough to catch them and get 11th. And try and break into the top half. I think that might be a little bit too far. I'll go for us now. But we're 1 ahead of Charlton. As long as we can stay away from the relegation fight, we're fine. We're 13 points clear with 15 to play for. So if we get 1 more point, if we get a point against Watford, we are mathematically safe, which is fantastic news. That's all I wanted from this season, just to keep them up. And we've all but done that. But let's see if we can try and get to a cup final on our way. West Ham versus Sheffield United. West Ham are evens favourites for this one. Like I said, we've exchanged 2-0 wins throughout the season. West Ham at the Upton Park won 2-0. Rio Coker and Armstrong on goal. But then we defeated them 2-0 in the end of January. Webber and Nade scoring in that one, but they did go down to 10 men. That was after we'd scored our goals though. So this could go either way. It's a neutral ground. It's a bit of a rubber match. Let's see how we do. Justin Hoyt suspended for this match. Ligertwood did start the previous game and we did try that back 5 with Jagielka and Libero. Didn't work. That's why we changed things up. Probably why we trailed 3-0 against Liverpool in the first half an hour. So we're going to change it back. Put Jagielka back as that DLP defend, but Tonge isn't playing well with Jagielka or Ligertwood, so that's the problem there. I think is that there's not too much link up there between the DLP and the advanced playmaker. Chaplow's been in poor form, so he's going to come out of the team entirely. Alan Quinn's going to come onto the bench. Questions about which strikers to use because they're not really doing well either. Cabba scored in the previous game, so he's going to keep his place. We could go Webber and have another advanced forward. We could keep Akinbaye in. Or we can go for a target man in Hulse or Nade. We've got options, but none of them are really doing too well at the moment. I think we'll stick with this. We'll stick with this. Let's put that back to standards. We'll put that to standards. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's do this. Now, they're saying no pressure. I'm going to say, come on, give the fans a good performance. And they seem to like that. Have a bit of faith. We're good. Okay, let's see if we can get ourselves to an FA Cup final. Playing at Wembley as well. I really didn't think this would be happening this season, or this save even. We're 1 win away from an FA Cup final when we've got the possession here inside 2 minutes, playing it out from defence. Here is Chris Morgan, and a long ball. Stephen Cabot doesn't get to it. It's a well-won header by, I think, George McCartney. And here's Yossi Benayoun. He's got past the number 3. Ball in there for Tevez. It's a good blocked shot. Tevez has picked up a bit of a knock. We're at half an hour. We haven't really done much yet. We've had 1 shot. West Ham, we haven't seen anything since that 1 highlight. So, been a quiet first half. Extra time and penalties could be a thing here. Who knows? But first half, it's been quiet, which is fine by me. If we keep them quiet, that's good. And then we might just need 1 goal. That might be all it needs. Going to make Tonge a bit more attacking. Try and get a bit more involved in the attack play. And let's see if we can find a goal in this second half and try and get a win of some sorts. Chelsea are awaiting in the final. They beat Man United, I think, in the semis, but I might be wrong about that. It's been a very quiet game. I was expecting this to be exciting. It's not. It's been very boring. Webber's going to come on. We're going to replace Stephen Cabba. We're going to do a team talk. I want a good performance from you. Come on. There's been very few chances in this match. There may not have even been 1. West Ham had 1, but that is it. An extremely boring 90 minutes. No, this isn't what I wanted. This is not what I wanted. Hopefully, extra time, which it looks like we're going to be getting, will be a lot more eventful. But after 90 minutes, it's 0-0. There's been very few chances. So let's have a look at the match stats. 1 clear-cut chance for West Ham, and that was all. If we continue to work hard, we will win this. That's a good team talk. Looking to gain confidence. I like it. Right, we've still got 2 subs to make as well. What are they going to be? Montgomery is going to come off. Quinn is going to come on. Box-to-box midfielder. Michael Tonge is a bit tired, but he's our key attacking man, so I don't really want to get rid of him. We're going to move Ty into the Jagielka role. We're going to bring on Pearson. We're going to go into a diamond. Shadow striker for Pearson. Extra time. Let's see if we can get a result here. Come on. All we're going to need is 1 goal maybe. West Ham have possession here. The first highlight since the very start of the game. And it's John Spector on the ball. And here's Lee Bowyer. Spector again. West Ham keeping it about 40-50 yards out at the moment. Here's Etherington. Paul Konchesky. Wiki in lots of space. Etherington, and it's a good save by Kenny. Or is it a goal kick? It's a goal kick. But we did well to close them down there. We do have a 4th sub. And Tonge is exhausted. But we don't really have another advanced playmaker. So I don't feel like I can bring him off. Ligage was going to come off. Derek Geary is going to come on. I haven't seen him too much. He's only played a couple of games. He's very much been like the 3rd choice right back behind Hoyt and Ligage. Here we go. Unsworth on the ball. We're 102 minutes into this game now. And we've got the ball sort of in our own half. Can we get forwards and create something? Because we've had really no chances in this game. Might be one here though. Webber. Can he set up Akinbaye for a goal? Can he go for one himself maybe? Here is Ligeswood. Might be his last contribution before coming off. And he's lost the ball to Etherington. So it's not a good contribution. And Etherington's got so much space. And we are so tired as well. We can't keep up with him. And he's having just the free run of the pitch at the moment. It's Dean Ashton. And a good save by Kenny. Half time. In extra time. It's still goalless. We've defended very well. I've been so impressed with how we've done. Like the defenders are absolutely knackers. So Tonge is going to have to play through it because I don't have another playmaker. I've used all my subs. We're going to try and send it a bit more direct. We're going to bring the defensive line. Actually, leave it as standard, but we're going to make it a bit wider. Come on, let's see if we can get a goal in this extra time here. Goalless. A penalty shootout, I'll take. It's pretty much a coin toss, which I'm fine with. It's been a very tight game. It's been very few chances. West Ham probably deserve it more. They have had a couple of good chances. We haven't really had any. But if we can get just 1 goal in these last 15 minutes, then that should be an FA Cup final. And then just defend. Here is Geary. A little bit of a cameo appearance. That's a good ball. Geary with a cross. Pearson with a header. It's straight at Rob Green. But that's probably like that's the one chance we've had so far. And it might not even count as a chance. Geary's lost out to Etherington here. Etherington scores. Kenny can't do anything about it. It's with a left foot. And, well, a minute into the second period of extra time, West Ham lead 1-0. We're going to go very attacking to try and get this goal back and just go for it now and try and force a penalty shootout. But Morgan didn't deal with the header like at all. And then Geary lost out to Etherington. Etherington scored. Kenny did nothing about it. All right, we're going like as attacking as we can. I really can't go any more attacking than this. I'm not going to work it in. Be more expressive. Push the lines right up. Get stuck in. More urgent. Distribute quickly. There's not long left. Etherington with a corner. And a header. It's over. There's about 5 minutes left. I go very attacking never works. Very attacking never ever works. We lose 1-0, but we got to an FA Cup semi-final. That is an achievement in itself. And I thought we were fantastic in that game. We only lost to an extra time goal. I thought we were brilliant. Didn't create very much at all, but even to get this far, we've had a pretty favourable run of teams in this. We haven't faced any like big teams. We've faced some championship sides. We've got some good results throughout this, but yeah, I really can't be any more prouder of how far we've got. But yeah, the FA Cup, like round 3, we beat Man City and Watford, Premier League oppositions. Then we had championship sides in West Brom and Southampton. So the draw's been fairly kind to us. We've avoided the big teams and got to a semi-final. So like we played at Wembley in this season, in this series, which I didn't expect to be saying. Extra time, they got the break instead of us. It could have gone either way. And I said 1 goal would have been enough, and it was. So there's 5 Premier League games remaining. We are 13th at the moment. Going to be difficult to try and get to like 11th or 10th. Not impossible, but we can definitely give it a go. We're going to do Watford off camera. They're bottom of the table. Hopefully we can win that one. Next episode will be a double live com of Blackburn and Portsmouth, and then after that will be another double of Man United and Reading. I'm going to bring you the last 4 Premier League games all on camera. That's what I'm going to do. But 5 Premier League games remaining. Let's see how high we can finish, and let's try and end on our high. After a pretty bad spell of form, let's see if we can end the season well. But anyway, that is going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, do consider subscribing and turning on notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.